Hi everyone, welcome back. So we're just going to do some final little clean up bits and pieces with the rig. So we need some knee controls, we need to add custom attributes to the feet, and we're also going to add a twist control up here on the upper spine control. Just to show you what I mean by that, I've got this, if I select the spine IK, we've got this twist option just here, and what this does is basically twists the spine. Okay, so what I want to do is have that kind of controlled by the rotation of this handle here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is switch on the rotate tool. I can see that it's the Y rotation on the handle that would give me that twist. So what I'm going to do is use a new panel we haven't used before to connect the twist value of the IK to the Y rotation on this handle. So what I'm going to do is come up to Windows. I'm going to come down to Relationship Editors. Actually, it might be under General. Yeah, General Editors, and then down to Connection Editor, just here. And this is going to pop this panel up. This one's really handy. You'll see why in a minute. It's pretty easy to use. Okay, so what we want is from and to. Okay, so, and if you click that, it goes to from. Okay, so we want from to, and what I'm going to do is select my handle, because that's going to output the, if I rotate that, that outputs the rotation to the twist on the IK. So I'm going to select the handle and press reload left, and that gives me my rotations. Now, if I go left display and I select show non-keyable, if I turn that off, it'll reduce the list and I can find my rotations there pretty easily. Now I'm going to go in and select the IK handle now, like that. That's the spine IK, and I'm going to press reload right. And once again, I can do the same thing here. I can go right display and switch off show non-keyable. There we go. So what I'm looking for is the rotation, the Y rotation, this green handle. So if I expand rotate out, I can find rotate Y, and I want the twist setting over here on the spine IK, so I can highlight twist. Just by clicking on them, it connects them together. Okay, so what I can do is if I select the spine handle there and I rotate the spine handle, the spine upper control, you can see that the IK handle twists and the spine twists because of that. So that's how easy this connection editor is. It's actually really easy to use, and also quite a powerful tool to be able to connect things together. So we can just close that off. Okay, and we will be using that again for connecting all the feet controls up. But before I do that, I'm going to make some knee controls. So let's jump down here. And what I'm going to do is go to my Create menu and select NURBS, Primitives, and Circle. And I'm just going to make a small NURB circle like that. And what I'm going to do is use the Move tool and point snap, and I'm going to drag that to the left knee, just there. I'll just press F to zoom in on that. Okay, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to switch the grid off just so you can see it a little bit, maybe a little bit more easily. So what I want to do is rotate that 90 degrees on the x-axis, just so that it's sort of up or vertical. I'm going to turn off snap to points, and I'm going to move this forwards. I want it sort of out here somewhere where it's a fair distance away from the knee, like that. And I'm going to call this knee control, actually knee left control. I'm just having a quick look at the spelling of some of the other control handles here, just so that I might actually do the knee in capitals, I think. Try and keep it consistent. I'm going to highlight that, copy, and then just hit enter. And then I'm going to duplicate this. So we'll go edit, duplicate, and then I'm going to put in a minus value at the beginning of the translate X to move it across to the other side. And that way it'll line up with the other knee. Rename it. So paste that name in, and then I'm going to change that to right. So I've got knee right control, knee left control. Now what I need to do is select them both and delete the history and freeze the transformation. So we'll go modify, freeze transformation, so that locks them into this position, and then we'll go edit, delete by type history, so that we get rid of any inputs from the creation of those objects. Okay, so now what we want to do is create a pole vector constraint from the knee control to the IK. So I select the knee control, select the IK handle on the ankle for the same leg, and then we go to constrain, pole vector, and then we do the same thing on the other side. So select the right knee control, shift select the right ankle IK, and then go to constrain pole vector. So don't forget, it's the IK handle that we're selecting down here at the ankle. We're not selecting the joint or anything like that, it's the actual IK handle. Okay, so now basically if we animate these side to side, we can angle the knees. So basically now what we need to do is parent these onto the feet control. So the left hand knee control gets parented to the left foot control. So shift select the knee, shift select the foot control, and go edit parent. And then we do the same thing over on this side. So select the knee control, select the foot control, edit parent. There we go. So now they're part of that same overall hierarchy. They're going to move along with the rest of the rig. And if I select the foot control and I move that, you can see that the knee control goes with it and always stays in front of the leg. These controls really need to stay in front of the knees, and the elbow controls need to kind of stay behind the elbow. If you move these too far backwards and they end up behind the knee, the leg will actually flip around and point backwards instead. And the same thing will happen with the elbows. If the elbow control comes forward, the arms basically will bend backwards. So just make sure when you're animating, you're keeping an eye on those. Okay, so let's now add our custom attributes onto our foot controls. We need to do this separately for both feet. So it's a good idea to select the foot control, press F on the outliner, and look for your foot control, and then hold down Shift and expand that out. What we need to do is we're going to make an attribute for each of our control groups. So we're going to have an ankle twist, a tiptoe, a foot twist, a toe tap, and then a heel up. Okay, so don't forget, you can refer back to your little diagram here for the names of those groups. We're only doing these groups, which are these little red arrow items. Okay, we're not doing foot control attributes and stuff like that. So you can refer back to this, but I'm just going to use the outliner. Okay, so what we want to do, foot control, select that, and come up to the edit menu and go down to add attribute. That's going to pop the panel open. We have used this panel before. And what we're going to do is type in the name of the group here up into this. So I'm going to start off with ankle twist. So I'm just going to type that in, ankle twist. Okay, and it needs to be a floating value. What that does is it gives us the same kind of number slider as these have. Okay, so we can just dial it up and down. We don't need to set a minimum or maximum for this. We can just leave the rest of the settings as they are. What I'm going to do is hit add. That adds it in here. And now I can type in another one. If you hit OK, it closes the box and you've got to go back up to edit, add attribute every time. So we're just using the add button. Okay, next one is tiptoe. So tip, toe, and we'll hit add. There it is there, tiptoe. Next one down is foot twist. Foot. Yep. Twist. I'm just looking at what I'm capitalizing, so I've got them all the same. Foot twist, toe tap is the next one. Toe tap, and then the last one is heel. So this one says heel. I'm going to call this heel up, just so that it's going to give you or the animator a clearer idea of what this is meant to be. Okay, so ankle twist, tiptoe, foot twist, toe tap, and heel up. All right, now we need to do the same thing for the other foot, but basically you can repeat that yourself. I'm just going to show you how to set this one up, and then you have to go and do it yourself for the other foot. Don't forget, you can't just add in attributes to the other foot in this panel. If I select the other handle there, right, now I've got the right hand foot control handle there. This is still for the left foot, okay? Actually, it's actually now saying right foot, so we could actually give this a go. I think this might have changed a little bit. So let's just try one of them, and we'll see if it works properly. So I'm going to put in ankle twist. Let's see if that adds that correctly. Looks like it is. Yeah, this looks like it may have changed. Yep, looks like it's changed. So this actually updates now when you change the object. So yeah, we can just put these straight back in again. Technically speaking, we could have just copied and pasted them off here, maybe, but yeah, let's add these in anyway. So the next one's going to be tip toe. Add that in. Then we've got foot twist. Then we've got toe tap. And then we've got heel up. There we go. Okay. That speeds things up a little bit. So we've got the same settings on both feet. Okay, so I'm back over on the left foot control now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the connection editor again that we used just before. So I'm going to go to Windows. I'm going to go down to General Editors, and then down to Connection Editor, just here. Okay, now because I've got a controller selected, it's loading that into the left. Okay, and that's okay. That's sort of what we need. You can see here we've got our settings. Okay, now what we're going to do is connect these settings here to these groups. Okay, so the first one is going to be the ankle twist. So I'm going to select the ankle twist, and I'm going to hit reload right. All right, now the ankle twist, okay, is going to be connected to all of the rotation. Actually, no, I'm going to do that to only, let's grab the rotate tool here. I'm only going to do it to the X rotation. So I'm going to expand this out and select X rotation and ankle twist like this. Ankle twist, X rotation. So what that'll do is when I select my foot control and I grab my ankle twist value, I can even dial it up here. You can see that by dialing this up and down, it actually adjusts the angle of the foot. Okay. Then what I need to do is come down to my tip toe just here, and I need to reload that, and I need to expand out the rotate, and this time what I'm going to do is select tip toe, and I want to do the same rotation. So rotate X, like that. Then I'm going to do foot twist. I'm going to reload that. I'm going to find the rotation. I'm going to select foot twist. And with the foot twist, I want it to go side to side, not sort of forwards backwards, right? So that's going to be the Y rotation for this one. So ankle twist and tip toe are both X rotation, and foot twist is Y rotation. The next one down is toe tap, so I'm going to select that and I'm going to reload it. I'm going to expand out the rotation, and the toe tap is also going to be an X rotation, so I'm going to go toe tap, rotate X. And then finally the heel up is also going to be a rotate X, so I need to select my heel, okay, left heel, control group. I'm going to reload that. I'm going to expand out the rotation, and then I'm going to select heel up and rotate X. So once I've done that, I can close, and then we can select the foot control and just test those. So like I did before, ankle twist, if I click and drag in here, that's going to give me sort of that foot tap. Okay, if I use tiptoe, that's going to do the same thing but from the front. So I basically get the character kind of popping up onto the tips of its toes. The foot twist is going to go side to side, like I'm squashing a spider. The toe tap is going to make the toe tap like this. And keep in mind I can drag left and right and go sort of positive, negative. And then the heel up is going to do the same thing, but just with the heel. So the toe stays where it is, but the heel flexes up and down. Okay, so now what we do is the exact same thing for the other foot. So I'm going to select the right hand foot. I'm going to go back up to Windows, down to General Editors, and down to Connection Editor. And this time I need to make sure that I'm actually looking at the right foot control here, not the left foot control. So I'm just going to collapse the left foot control, and I'm going to open up the right foot control. And that way I've got my right hand groups. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the ankle twist. I'm going to select that and reload right. Expand out the rotation. I'm going to select ankle twist and rotate X. I'm then going to go to tiptoe control group, reload that, expand out the rotation, select tiptoe and use rotate X. I then select foot twist, reload that, expand out the rotation, select foot twist and use rotate Y, and then toe tap, reload that, expand rotation, select toe tap and rotate X, and then finally heel, reload the heel, expand the rotation, select heel up and rotate X, and then close. And now select that handle and then test your values. So ankle twist should make it go up and down like a foot tap. Tiptoe should lift the heel and the entire foot. Foot twist should squash a spider like that. Toe tap should just move the toe up and down like that. And heel up should lift just the heel like that. So all of that's working. So that's basically it. That's the entire rig ready to go. We've sort of tested most of it. Basically at this point what we need to do is connect it to the model, which we'll be doing in the next video, and then just making adjustments to that connection to make sure that everything bends nicely. And you can test the rig by doing some basic movements, or even some very basic animation as well, just to make sure that all the different controls of the rig work properly. We will add a little face as well. We'll add some blinking eyes, which we might do in the final video once everything's the body's all connected up and everything. So don't forget to save, and I'll see you next time.